There was a time when focus felt natural, not forced, not protected, just available. You could sit with a book, a thought, a task, and stay there. Not because you were disciplined or exceptional, but because nothing was constantly asking to interrupt you. That didn't disappear overnight. It eroded, slowly, quietly, almost politely. No single app took your attention away. No single moment broke your focus. It happened in fragments, a glance, a buzz, a scroll, a check just for a second, and somehow those seconds multiplied. We didn't lose focus because we stopped caring. We lost it because we allowed our attention to be divided before we realized it was something worth protecting. At first, constant stimulation felt helpful, efficient, connected. We could respond faster, know more, fill every gap. Waiting became uncomfortable. Silence felt awkward. Boredom felt like a problem to solve. So we solved it, again and again, with something small, bright, and immediately rewarding. Over time, our minds adapted, not to depth, but to speed, not to presence, but to novelty. Focus didn't vanish. It became fragile, easily interrupted, easily exhausted. And perhaps the most unsettling part is this. No one forced this on us. We opted in, willingly, repeatedly. Each time we reached for stimulation instead of stillness, we trained our attention to expect escape. Each time we switched tasks mid-thought, we taught ourselves that discomfort should be avoided, not explored. Focus requires tolerance for slowness, for uncertainty, for the quiet moment before something meaningful emerges. But constant stimulation removes that moment entirely. There's a cost to this, not just in productivity, but in how we think. Shallow focus creates shallow conclusions. Fragmented attention fragments understanding. When everything competes for our awareness, nothing receives it fully. Creativity suffers first, then patience, then the ability to sit with complex ideas without reaching for relief. And eventually, even rest becomes difficult. Because rest, too, requires attention. Have you noticed how hard it is now to do one thing without pairing it with another? Listening while scrolling, watching while checking, resting while stimulating. Silence feels empty, but only because we've trained ourselves to fill it immediately. This isn't a moral failing. It's a conditioned response. Our environment rewards reactivity, not reflection. Urgency, not depth. Visibility, not meaning. So attention becomes something we spend rather than something we inhabit. But here's the quiet truth. Beneath all of this, focus hasn't disappeared. It's just been buried. It still exists in moments when we forget our devices, lose track of time, or become absorbed without trying to be. Those moments aren't accidents. They're reminders. Focus returns when stimulation recedes, when space is allowed, when nothing new arrives for a while. Not because we force it, but because it remembers how to come back. The erosion of focus didn't happen dramatically, and its recovery won't either. It begins with noticing. Noticing how quickly we reach for distraction. Noticing how uncomfortable stillness feels. noticing how rarely we allow one thought to finish unfolding. There's no need to reject technology or escape modern life. But attention needs boundaries. Not imposed harshly, but chosen deliberately. Focus is not something to optimize. It's something to protect. Because what you give your attention to shapes not just what you notice, but who you become. And in a world that profits from your distraction, choosing to focus, even briefly, is a quiet, meaningful act. One we're still allowed to make.